briefly walk you through the portal that you have enrolled in, gotten access to, and then let you know the various things that you have access to on the portal and what you need to really take into consideration. Like I said, if there are any questions, you raise your hand, I bring you up, or you put it in the chat for me if you are joining us on the stream here on Zoom. So let me bring up my screen quickly and then let's go with the discussion. Okay. So this is our portal. I mean, this is our website. If you have the mobile application also, then, this is the view that you sort of have. Why is my application not open? This is the view that you're going to have when you open your mobile application with a dashboard, with some free videos here about various other issues. So this is the application, but I'll come to the application. Let's go to the main website. So on the website, which you can access on any device, your mobile phone, computer, laptop, whatever the heck, you can access the website. So when you get to the website, you sign in with your email and password. Then you come to your courses, your courses page. When you click on that, it's going to be showing. Oh, I need to sign in again. Can you imagine that? Give me a sec. Let me sign in. Because of the device I'm using, I can't hide my login details. So just let me log in, then I'll bring back my screen so that I don't have to show my details on the stream. There we go. Let me bring back my stream. Boom. Okay, so when you log in with your email address and password, you go to your courses tab here. Now your courses tab is going to be showing the courses that you have purchased. Now this is a demo account, so you can see that I have a lot of courses here, but it's going to be showing the subjects that you have paid for, subject that you have enrolled in, generally in that particular case. But a few things you need to understand. The number one is that a lot of the courses, almost all the courses, with the exception of probably almost all the courses, there are ebooks that you can get access to. So let's say management accounting. You can see there are three things here. You can see view, read, you can see test, you can see results. So when you click on the view or read, it's going to open that particular course, and when it opens that particular course, you get access to the course's content. But the ebooks can be downloaded under the very first video on the portal. So the very first video on the portal, we open that, and this is the very first video, lesson 1. These blue text that you see here are individual files that you can click on to download them, and we're going to be using these during our discussion session. They are individual files, so it's not that they are just one file, or it's just one file here. So there are individual files that you can download, get access to. That is the ebook there. You can see the question kits are also there that you can get access to. So that is the first thing that you need to understand, and how you get access to the ebooks. Like I said, almost all the subjects have a number of documents that you need to get access to, and that is how you get access and download these ebooks on the portal under the first video. Now then we come back to come and look at the courses structure. Now you can see that there are a lot of content already available here. What does that mean? You can see July 2023 Zoom sessions. The contents are there. This is a complete lecture for July 2023 that we did. Okay, that is July 2023, 2 semesters ago. It's a full lecture. You can see from session 1 to session 12. Then you can see mock discussion sessions, also 4 sessions. So like 16 sessions having here. Now, this is to give you access to the entire course so that you can study even ahead of the main live lectures. Then you can see there is November 2023 Zoom sessions. This is the session that was just ended. So November 2023, that also you can see all the lecture videos from session 1 up until session 3, up until session 12, and then the mock discussion. Any of the videos that you feel like watching, any topic that you feel like watching, you just click on it, and then boom, you'll be able to get access to it and be able to watch that particular video for the subject. Again, like I said, the purpose for this is to enable you to study ahead of the main class, ahead of the live lectures. So at your own pace, you can study something even before you join the live class for it to be studied at the end of the day. So you have to be able to get access to this, and that is how you do. So let's say you're doing management accounting. Okay, what is it? Maybe you've written management accounting before and you are doing a receipt for management accounting, but there is a topic that is bothering you that you would want to take ahead even before that topic is actually treated in class. All you just do is to come here and come and look at that topic. If it is standard costing, variance analysis, if it is performance measurement, if it is marginal costing, absorption costing, all you do is to come here and come and see it, watch the video, get access to the content, solve questions ahead of the class before the live lectures. Like I said, this is to help you so that you can study ahead of what is going to be done in class. And all of these lectures are relevant for your examination in March 2024. So that is the lectures, or these are the lectures that are available which you can use to study ahead of time. Now, when we start with our lectures tomorrow, you're going to be seeing March 2024 as the final thing, and that is where our current lectures for the March 2024 will be coming in. For every live lecture we do, at least about 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes after the live lectures, the video will be available on the portal for you to watch the playback. It means that even if you miss the live lectures, you can get access to the videos on the portal to be able to watch the playback and do whatever assignment that has to be done, and then be part of the session as we continue with the discussion. So that is also the access to the portal. So like I said, whatever subject that you are writing, maybe you are writing financial reporting, okay, you can see, okay, financial reporting, consolidation. Maybe it is something that you want to learn ahead of the class. Okay, you can come here. There is consolidation master class here, and where we explain everything about consolidated financial statements and also share our thoughts on some questions that you have to solve. Then you can see July 2023. Full lecture here for financial reporting, covering the entire syllabus that you can get access to. I hope you are getting it, that you can get access to. So everything is available here. Like I said, whatever is available under the July 2023 and then the November 2023 are relevant to the March 2024 examination. So again, you can just come here, and then whatever it is, you can study at your own pace, study ahead of the time. Now, we are going to be giving a scheme of work. We're going to be discussing a scheme of work as to how each of the subjects are going to be treated in their various subjects with the other lecturer as well, and in the other lectures as well. But whatever it is, it's going to be following these kind of orders. So whatever it is, financial reporting, all right, maybe there is something you want to learn, ethics. Okay, you just come here, open the video on ethics, boom, click on it, there you go, it starts playing, and then you can make it bigger, then it starts playing, then you are gone. You watch the video. Okay, you want to forward to somewhere, all right, you are at liberty to do that. That is the interface to help you to be able to study ahead of the class, and that is the idea about it. So everything, and then some of the lectures, whatever question that was solved in that lecture, which is not available in the question kit or ebook that I said you can download under the first video, you can get it under the respective lecture. So if you see this one, ethics and evaluation of financial statement, you can see there's a blue link here. It's a question. So that is the question that was solved in this particular lecture, and you can get access to it and download it, so that in case you are watching that lecture, you will not be, caught off guard. You'll be able to go through the lecture with the questions available under that particular video as well. So whatever subject it is that you are doing, this is available. Corporate reporting, we got you. The same thing available here. You go to corporate reporting, whatever you need. Consolidation masterclass is here. Whatever you need to understand about consolidated financial statement in corporate reporting, we have covered everything here already. So maybe you are excited about consolidation, you want to watch that ahead of me, go ahead. Watch it, get access to it, boom, continue with your lecture. Okay, there is an accounting standard that, giving you headache. Maybe you're doing a receipt and it's giving you a headache. Come here, we've covered all the accounting standards, or business reconstruction, financial reorganization. Everything you need to pass the March 2024 examination is already available on the portal. If you can make the time, discipline yourself, focus, and participate fully in this program, you don't have any excuse. You have to pass the examination because everything you need is at your disposal. And like I said, as we start with the March 2024 examination, you're going to be seeing that coming below. So you see November 2023 Zoom sessions. The full lecture is also there. Then you're going to see the March 2024. As we start the March 2024, those lectures will also be flowing in and will be coming through as we continue with the discussion. So this is the portal. This is how it is designed. This is how it is structured. And like I said, everything you need to pass the examination is already available here. It's already available here. If you discipline yourself, you focus, you practice, and you make time to study, then you will pass the examination. Because you see, that is where, our first discussion will come in about studying. Very important. Very, very important. And I'm going to be coming back to this in a moment. But studying is very crucial. There are some of you have a lot of things on your plate, okay? Family, work, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, and all that. And you are doing ICA on top of it. ICA is a professional qualification examination. So you need to dedicate yourself. You need to discipline yourself. You need to make time to sit down and study on your own. But not just study by heart because you want to study. There is a way you have to study. And I'll come back to that in a moment. But like I said, whatever you need to pass this examination is available on the portal. If it is the mobile application that you want to work with also, the same thing. Available. In the mobile application, if you are logged in, you come to your dashboard, and your dashboard is going to be showing the courses that you have enrolled in. And then dashboard, the courses that you have enrolled in. So these are the courses that I have enrolled in. For instance, it's a demo account, so I can open anything. Strategic case study. The same thing happens here. You can see the same content available on the website is in the mobile application. So you open something. Okay, maybe I want to study Potter's generic. All right, you open it and boom, there you go, getting access to the content, getting access to the videos to be able to help you to study and pass the examination. So whatever you need is already available on the portal. Is already available on the portal. I'm emphasizing on this because the CA examination, the only way you pass is going the extra mile. If you are going to rely solely on what we will do in class, Nhyira Media, I'm a busy person. It's only what you teach in class. It's only what the lecturer will teach in class. That is the only thing that I'm relying on. Then you are far from passing the examination. Because you have to sit down and do something on your own by yourself. Because we cannot exhaust everything in the class. There are aspects, perspectives, viewpoints that cannot be all covered in class. That is where you come in, sit down, work on yourself, make time, watch some videos, solve some questions, and work on your own. That is how you pass the examination. That's how you pass the examination. So that is the thing that you need to understand, the ebooks, the question kits, then whatever video that you need to pass the examination, whichever subject you are writing, is already available on the portal. If you make time, discipline yourself, and focus, I can guarantee you, you will pass this examination in one attempt, period. In addition to this, as you continue to study, when you get to, like, say, week 6 or week 7, we have developed some tests on the portal, because aside studying, which I will come to in a moment, one of the reasons why people fail the examination is because of timing. Many people are not able to allocate time properly in the exam hall. They are not able to recollect information as fast as possible in the exam hall, and that contributes to them failing the examination. And so, to deal with that and to help you to work on your timing, we have developed a question session on the portal that will help you to practice some questions, work on your timing, work on your recollection skills, so that it can position you to pass the examination. But you don't want to visit the test in the beginning, because it's actually going to be covering the entire syllabus. So probably from week 6 or week 7, you can start visiting the test. So whatever subjects that you are doing, whatever, let's say public sector accounting and finance. So again, you can see there is test here. So you click on the test, it opens up. Now the whole test currently, it's 1 hour 19 minutes. Now you realize that immediately I open the question, there is a timer at the left corner here. It's counting down, because this question is supposed to be solved in 3 minutes. So you see, you read a question. The entity committee of the social department intends to undertake the construction of office at a value of 13,700,000 Ghana cedi required. Which procurement method will be appropriate for the award of the above contract? So you select your answer, then you go to next. The director of finance, then you go on. That is why I'm saying that you practice this from week 6. Okay, week 5, week 6, week 7-ish. By then, you have, covered enough grounds so that when you're doing the test, you don't feel overwhelmed. Because, when you start solving questions, that is also another studying strategy that some of you must work on. Some of you think solving questions will help you to pass the examination. Yes, solving questions will help you to pass the examination, but if you solve questions at the wrong time, it is going to frustrate you. If you don't understand the principles, okay, you don't understand the concepts that underlie the subject, then you're going to have challenges. So the first thing you want to do is understanding the principle. So you got to spend time to make sure you understand the principles, the concept that underline the topics. So you pick whichever topic. Let's say you're doing management accounting, absorption costing, marginal costing, activity-based costing. You must understand the principles. You are doing financial reporting. Okay, the accounting standards. You must understand the principles underlining all the accounting standards. You have to spend enough time to understand the principles. So when you pick every topic or each topic, you understand the principles first. Then you can come and practice questions. Probably. Now, the questions that you're going to be practicing should be under time. But what people do is, they will start solving questions from 1973. ICA is 1963, I think so. But, they will start solving questions from, the beginning and then to this. And then you pick a question and you realize that, this question, you don't understand it. Hey, ICA is a media, it's difficult to, ICA. Look at this question. When I pick the question, I can't understand. Do you understand the principle? The topic that the question relates to, do you understand it? You don't. You don't understand consolidation. You've not exhausted and understood all the principles that relates to consolidated financial statement. Then you pick a console question and you are solving. You will frustrate yourself. And that is where people give up. Nhyira, when I pick a question, I can't solve the question. Yes, because you don't understand the principles. The first thing you do is to understand the principles before you start solving questions. Understand the principles before you start solving questions. So I'm saying this again because that is how I want you to structure yourself. That is how I want you to structure yourself. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. If you fail to not structure yourself well and you go at your pace, you decide to do whatever the heck you like, you will face challenges in the exam hall. So before you get up and say, I'm going to solve a question, ask yourself, do I understand the topic that this question relates to? Do I understand? Maybe you pick a question, management accounting, variance analysis, but you don't understand variance analysis. How do we calculate price variance? How do we calculate usage variance? How do we calculate the sales quantity variance? How do we calculate the sales profit variance? What are the principles underlining this or these methods of variance analysis computation? You don't understand. Then you pick a variance analysis question, then you are solving. So somebody who pick the ICA pass question, then they will be looking at it. In our MBA, we did this thing. Hey, this ICA question, Charlie, it's difficult. When I pick the question, I don't know where to start. Yes, because wabon. And the reason why wabon is because you have not learned the principles. And I don't want you to have emotional trauma. I don't want you to. So before you begin to tackle questions, whatever question you pick, it's a topic. Each question is going to be a topic. So whatever question you pick, ask yourself, have I covered the principles? Do I understand the topics, the concepts underlining this topic? Then and only then can you solve the question. Then and only then can you assess yourself whether you are doing well or otherwise. This is very important so that the journey doesn't become overwhelming. So number one, you have to spend time to understand the principles, the concept. Each topic has a principle, has a concept. If you are doing whatever the heck, let's say you are doing whatever, public sector accounting and finance. Okay, question 2 is going to be financial statement preparation. Don't just get up and be solving financial statement preparation questions in public sector. You have to first understand the principles underlining preparation of financial statement in the public sector. What are the principles? Number 1 is revenue management and expenditure control. Number 2, the IFRS. So if you don't understand revenue management and expenditure control, you don't understand the IFRS, then you don't understand the accounting basis, these 3 things, then whichever question you pick, you'll be like, hey, this thing, I thought it was this thing, but look at what they did. Hey, I see. No matter what you do, please, that is nonsense. Don't buy yourself unnecessary pressure. Before you start solving questions, I want you to first understand the principles. And throughout our lecture, throughout our studies, that's what we're going to be trying to let you know. The principles, the concepts that underline each of the topics. Your duty, your assignment, your concern, your headache is to ask yourself, when I take this topic, do I understand the principles, the concepts underlining this topic? Then questions in relation to that particular topic, you can start solving those questions under time. It's very important under time, because each question goes with time. Very important. Your exam is 100 marks, is having 180 minutes. 180 minutes. So each 1 mark is 1.8 minutes. So if you pick a question and the question is 10 marks, you know that you're supposed to use 18 minutes for that. You pick the question and it is a 5-mark question. You know you're supposed to use 9 marks. But before you start approaching questions like that, you have to first understand the principles, understand the concepts. So before you're going to be attempting the questions on the portal, that is why I'm saying that it should be from week 6, week 7-ish. By then, you have covered a number of grounds. You've done a couple of things. Then when you come, you see the questions, you can realistically approach the questions so that you don't get a broken heart that, oh, this question, I don't understand the thing. You've not learnt it. If you have not learned something, how do you expect to solve a question about it? If you don't understand something, how do you expect to solve a question about it? Sometimes I don't get it. I don't get it for some people. But that is what you need to understand. So we have the question portal available that you can get access to, and then, practice questions. Like I said, this question is like, 33 questions. You're going to go through it one after the other. When you are finished, your marks will be allocated to you. Then you can, give me a sec, let me go back. Then you can come and check your results and then check the solution. So when I click on results, it's going to be showing, okay, I've not taken any test here, so I wouldn't have any results there. But I think I have taken something on FR. Oh, FR2, I've not taken anything. This is a demo account, so I want to see if I've taken anything somewhere. How about management accounting? Oh, no data found. Okay, so probably, yeah, it's true. We reset this account. So when you finish taking the test, you just come and click on the results, and then you'll be able to see the marks you got. Then you see an answer button to be able to, check the answers, explaining each of the questions and why the answer is this, with notes attached to it. So it's actually, and these are carefully selected ICA and ACCA past questions in respect of financial reporting, management accounting, financial management, and all that. Carefully selected ICA and ACCA past questions. So you take the test, the solution is going to be there. You're going to see your marks. The solution is going to be there. And like I said, it is about also working on your timing, working on your ability to remember what you're studying as fast as possible. So this is the structure of our portal and how we have designed it to make sure that you pass the examination. So number 1, you have access to the ebooks, the question kits. Number 2, everything you need to pass the examination is already available on the portal. All you have to do is to discipline, focus, make time, and study. But in addition to that, you need to make sure that each topic you pick, you understand the principles, the concepts underlining each of the topics. Then and only then can you start solving questions under that particular topic. Now, once you understand the principles and the concepts, then you practice questions under time. Then you need to now come and structure your revision side in based on the examination, how the exam is going to be. So you're going to structure yourself. So that means that for you to be able to pass the examination, you need to have a study plan. Okay, you have to prepare a study plan. A study plan is a schedule that is going to be showing the time that you're going to be studying and the topic you're going to study. Please, study plan is different from timetable. Timetable is what you see here, our regular timetable. So if you're in level 3, this is our timetable. If you're in level 2, this is our timetable, the regular timetable, and you have access to this. We're going to be posting them as well on the page again for you to see. But in addition to these 2 main timetables, we're going to have from 4th of, how's it called? From 3rd February 2024, we're going to be starting with some practice question sessions on Saturdays and Sunday. You're going to be, I think you have access to this timetable, but like I said, we're going to be posting them again on the page for you to see. So, and that is from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. And it's going to be strictly solving questions on various specific topics in specific subjects. So this is going to be starting from 3rd of February, and it is through the month of February, and then boom, the following week you are going to be starting to write the examination. So from the 3rd of February, we're going to be starting with a Saturday Sunday session. This will be in addition to the main class ongoing. Then our executive revision master class will also start on 19th of February and end on 3rd March. So our executive revision masterclass is a 2 weeks masterclass that we're going to do, where we will do revision, you will write mock, and then we will discuss the mock. The mock is going to be marked. Then we're going to be discussing all the mock as well. And that is also going to be starting on 19th of February. The morning sessions will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and the evening sessions will be 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. as well. So this is our timetable. So we have the main class timetable available. Then we have the executive practice question on Saturdays, Sundays in the month of February. That is also available. Then our executive revision masterclass timetable, which is 2 weeks for revision, mock discussion, and various other things that has to be done. This is timetable. When I say you need to prepare a study plan, what I mean is structure yourself up and find out which days can I study, and you're going to be breaking every subject into various topics. So let me show you a sample here of a study plan, and we can share this with you as well if you are interested. We can share that with you. Give me a sec. Let's see if I can pull this up. Where do I have this? Okay, good. This is an ACCA document that I'm sharing with you. So this is a sample study plan. This is how it looks like. This is a 16 weeks study plan, but yours is going to be 12 weeks, depending on how you're going to be structuring your studies. But then the idea here is, give me a sec. Okay. The idea here is, like I said, you're not going to be putting subjects there. So the first thing is, okay, from Monday to Sunday, which days can you get to sit down and study on your own? That's why you have to sit down and plan this in detail. So just an example, okay? Maybe I can say that, okay, I'm going to get time to learn on Tuesdays, then on Saturdays and Sunday. Okay. On Tuesdays, what time? Because you see, one of the things you need to understand is that when I say make time to sit down and study, you need to study at your peak time. Your peak time is when you are mentally, emotionally, and probably psychologically stable. Mentally, emotionally, and psychologically stable. In other words, your mind is working well. You are at your best. So don't go to work, be in traffic, reach home 10 p.m., eat banku and tilapia or fufu and light soup, bath and pick a book and sit on your bed and say you are learning. You are just smoking something. I don't know what you're smoking though, but you're smoking something. That is not the best time to study. Bath and sleep. So when I say make time to study, make sure you are studying at your peak time when you are productive. Now, this varies from each person, okay? Someone's peak time is going to be probably early in the morning, maybe some 2 a.m.-ish, 3 a.m.-ish. I don't know. Someone's peak time could be maybe some 4 p.m.-ish or some 2 p.m.-ish. Or beyond in a shadow, or beyond in a life. Find out when you work best. Find out when you are at your best. And for the ladies, yours is a little bit classy. The reason is that, ladies go through 4 phases And I've shared this over and over again. I mean, due to your menstrual cycle. So you go through 4 phases in your menstrual cycle. Now, so there are phases where you don't want to talk to anybody. There are times when you don't want to hear anybody's voice. There are times where you just want to be by yourself. There are times where nothing is right. You just hate everybody. You just don't like everybody. Yeah, those times you don't study. Then there are sometimes you see yourself that you are productive. I mean, everything is going well. You are outgoing. You are loving. It's normal. It's not that you are mad. And for the guys also, I'm just telling you so that you know that your wife or your girlfriend or your sister, she's not mad. It's just a normal time for them. So there are some times when ladies are menstruating, their brain is not working well because they are most of the time they are going through pains. There are cramps. I mean, that time is not a good time to study. Ufa book na adwene enye adwuma. The reason is that the hormones in your brains are secreting various things that should help the pain to be subside. So your brain is not working well. It doesn't mean you are mad, but your brain is not working well. Then after menstruation, when there is ovulation, I mean, that is where, you are outgoing, and this is science, okay? So what I'm talking about is not just spewing out something. This is science, and the ladies, you can attest to this. That's what it is. When you are ovulating and a little bit after the ovulation period, you are outgoing, you are fun-loving, you are creative. That is the time you optimize yourself. So high value women optimize themselves during that time, because that time hormones have been released that is making your brain work well. You are active. That is the time you have to milk yourself. That is the time that you have to spend time to study very well. So identify which phase you are at if you're a lady. For my guys, you know yourself already. You're not going to menstruate, but we also have our own problems, all right? But find your peak time. Find your peak time. Aside that, you have to be careful, because I told you have to be mentally, emotionally, and psychologically stable. So you see, when you sit down, you're thinking about the fuel price. You are thinking about your children's school fees. You are thinking about rent. You are thinking about the economy, and you pick a book to study, and nothing will stick in your head. So you have some people, they are like, oh, Nhyira, I pick the book, I sit down for 2 hours, I study, but when I get up, I can't remember anything, because your brain is not working. That's all. The 2 hours you spent learning, you were not focused. Your brain was wondering about fuel prices, about the economy, about Akufo-Addo, about Bawumia, about John Mahama, about things. Oh, my boyfriend. Oh, my girlfriend. Oh, my husband. Oh, my wife. Oh, my children. Oh, my this. So your brain is not working well. So when I say study at your peak time, I mean the time at which your mind is not wondering about fuel prices. Your mind is not wondering about your children's school fees. Your mind is not wondering about your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Your mind is not wondering about the economy. That is your peak time. And in this day and age, that is the difficult thing to do. Because as human beings, one way or the other, you get worried about something along the line. But you have to consciously take control of your brain. That is why not every news item you have to listen to. That is why not every social media platform you have to be on. Because the more exposed you are to the news, the more exposed you are to the social media, the more polarized, the more unfocused, the more fear that you harbor in your heart. And when that happens, it makes you to study and not understand anything. It makes you to study and you get up and boom, nothing is happening. So when I say study at your peak time, I mean you are emotionally stable, spiritually stable, psychologically stable, mentally stable. It means you are at your best. But it means you don't have to be worrying about the issues of life. And like I said, you can't say you will not get worried, but you have to choose not to get worried so that you can pass this examination. Because you see, 99.9% of the time, the things you worry about, you can't change. Let's say you have a car and you're worrying about fuel prices. Every day you park the car and you're filling the tank, you're like, hey, this Akufo-Addo government. Akufo-Addo will kill us. So Akufo-Addo will kill us. Hey, Baumia, good for oil, the fuel prices. Okay. That is giving you emotional trauma. That is killing you. You can't change it. Because the politicians, they know what to do to make sure that our fuel prices reduce. But they won't do it. They are just trying to catch fire. They're just trying to do some lazy things. They know that the actual solution to our problem is A, B, or C, but they won't do. So you worrying about the fuel price will kill you unexpectedly. So do you know the solution? The solution is, okay, that's your car. You've bought it. All right. So you have two options. Downgrade your car and drive a cheaper car so you don't suffer that emotional trauma, or stop worrying about the fuel price and work on yourself to make more money, so that when you make more money, fuel price becomes nonsense. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Because if you want to be productive, you have to control what your mind thinks about, and you have to control what comes around you. And yes, I'm talking about your studying, but look at where I am going, because that is what will help you to pass or fail the examination. That's it. If you are emotionally traumatized by fuel prices, or by item prices in the mall, or by food prices, or inadequacy of your salary, how the hell do you study? You cannot study, because when you pick the book, hey, fuel price will kill me. Oh. Hey, tomorrow I'm going to buy fuel. Oh. Hey, tomorrow I'll have to buy food. Oh. Hey, when will I pay my rent? Share the you are not learning. So when I say study at your peak time, I mean the time that you are of your best. Like I said, you have to consciously create this time. Consciously. Because you see, this is a professional examination. This is not your, with all due respect, this is not your MBA. Okay? This is not your MSc. This is not your first degree. This is not your PhD. This is not your HND. With all due respect, this is a professional examination. The thinking scope is different. The examination structure is different. The terminologies are different. What you are required to write is going to be different. It's a professional examination, and you have to approach it as a professional person. If not, you write the exam and you will fail. So develop a steady plan. But like I said, if I come back to my illustration, I can learn on Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. At what time? I decide the time that I want to study. But the time that you want to choose will be based on when you are mentally, emotionally, and psychologically at your best. And like I said, you have to create this by yourself. Okay? So you need a study plan. So if I'm going to study on Tuesday, Saturdays, and Sunday, what am I studying? Okay, maybe I'm doing 2 subjects. Again, please, don't overload yourself with a lot of subjects if you have a lot of things at your disposal. So 99.9% of the time, I tell people, especially people who are corporate executives, you have family, you have a child, you are married, that kind of thing, probably do 2 subjects. Or maybe if you're bold a little bit, you can do 3 subjects. But 2 subjects. Listen, it's not a competition. Yes, if you are saying level 3, you have to register for all the papers. But the question is, can you prepare for all the 4 papers? No. So the best thing to do is to maybe do just 2 subjects. Because you see, the workload required to pass the ICAG examination is hard. It's tough. So don't overload yourself. So maybe I'm going to do 2 subjects. 2 subjects. Why? Because I'm married, I have a child. Or even if I'm not married, work schedule and things are a lot. So I can just get some few time to study on my own. Please, you have to start studying on time. That is what I'm talking to you about, a study plan. You have to start studying on time. Don't go a week without studying. Don't go a week without doing anything. You have to do something. And in case you are waiting, oh, Nhyira, me, if I learn, then I forget. So, 2 weeks to the exam, that is when my brain becomes active. Please stop the nonsense and stop lying to yourself. Because that is total nonsense. That is a total lie that you are telling yourself. Your brain doesn't work like that. You have just told yourself that, and so you think that is how it is. It is not like that. So you have to start studying on time. That is why you need a study plan. Then, okay, so what are the 2 subjects? I don't know. Maybe I'm doing corporate reporting and then what? Advanced audit and assurance. That's cool. Okay, what are the topics under each of these subjects? Okay, corporate reporting, we have financial reconstruction, we have business valuation, we have the accounting standards, then we have consolidation. All right. Okay, so these are the things we have, and then ratios. These are the topics. Okay, under advanced audit and assurance, what are the topics? Okay, ethics is there, audit planning is there, audit evidence is there, audit procedure is there, audit reporting is there, public sector audit is there. These are the topics. So in your study plan, in week 1, for instance, on the Tuesday, if my time to study is 3 a.m. to maybe 4 a.m., 1 hour, please, it is not about how long you study, it's the quality of the time. Be careful. So I don't want you to say, yeah, Nhyira, I want 2 hours, 3 hours. If it is 30 minutes you can do in the beginning, do it. But in that 30 minutes, no nonsense, no fooling around. You are just by your book and you are 100% present with the books. If it is 30 minutes, do it. If it is 45 minutes, do it. If it is an hour, do it. Don't be delusional and convince yourself that you are studying for 3 hours when in reality your brain is not working, so nothing is being assimilated. So if you can do 1 hour from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the week 1, what am I studying? Okay, maybe I can start with whatever the heck. The introduction to financial reporting, which is the conceptual framework. It's a reading aspect. I can read that. Okay, on Saturday, probably I'm going to have 2 sessions. I'll do the dawn. Then on Saturday evening, I'm going to also do something as well. So you prepare the study plan not based on subjects. That, oh, today I'm learning FR. What are you learning in FR? Oh, today I'm learning CR. What are you learning in CR? So each of the study sessions, you put a topic there. Does that make sense? You put a topic. That is why you need a breakdown of the topics in the syllabus or in the subjects that you are studying. Then you put a topic there. That is how you prepare a study plan. And you have to, like I said, put these times as your peak time. That means you have your best, you are focusing, you are concentrating, and you are working well. Then discipline yourself and go with this study plan. This is in addition to the lecture that you are attending and the class that is going on and whatever that you are already studying. Okay, so that's the study plan. So I want everybody to prepare a study plan. If you need any assistance, you can send a message on WhatsApp and we can assist you, arrange a call with you and assist you so that we can help you to prepare the study plan. But you see, it's one thing to prepare the study plan, it's another thing to focus on it. So you have to discipline yourself to focus on it. If you have block a time to study, maybe Saturday, you have told yourself that, okay, on Saturdays, 7 p.m. to whatever, 8:30 p.m. I'm going to study because that's the best time I'm free. Then on a particular Saturday, a friend comes to you and say, oh, Sister Abigail, oh, Brother David, you don't know, Akosia's birthday party is coming on. And Akosia's birthday party this Saturday, we have to go to Akosia's birthday party. Okay. Oh, Sister Amma, oh, Sister Elizabeth, there is this new series that has come on Netflix, Charlie, the movie, it's nice. Oh, there is this telenovela that they are showing. Hey, I say, the telenovela, it's a lot. You have to decide. Between the birthday party, the telenovela, or the movie, which one do you want? And your studies. So you need to discipline yourself. You need to focus on yourself. Ultimately, for you to pass the March 2024 examination, you need some sacrifices. Listen to me. On the altar of success, there must be sacrifices. I say this every time because that is the reality. If you want to pass this exam with ease, become a chartered accountant as soon as possible, you have to give up some things. And I'm not the one to suggest to you what you have to sacrifice, but you know what you have to give up. You know what you have to sacrifice. You know what you have to say no to. I'm not the one to tell you that because I cannot tell you that. So you have to sit down that in the next 3 months, that is December, January, February, you have to make some sacrifices. Maybe you have to reduce TV watching if you're a TV person. You have to reduce the time you spend on social media. I don't know. Maybe every weekend you attend parties. Probably you have to reduce the parties. You have to make some sacrifices. The people who write the exam and pass the exam fast are people who make sacrifices. So you have to make some sacrifices. And like I said, you have to sit down and do the analysis and identify what do I have to give up for me to become a chartered accountant as early as possible. Because imagine yourself becoming a chartered accountant. Some of you, your promotions are hanging because you're not a chartered accountant. Some of you could be earning more money if you become a chartered accountant because you'll be promoted or you get a new job or you open your own accounting firm. So some of you, you know why you started this journey. Why did you start? You started this journey because you know this certification is going to take your life to the next level. And you think you don't have to sacrifice anything for it. You have to. And I tell people this, listen, you don't have to take 17 years to become a chartered accountant. You can do this as soon as humanly possible. You can do it. You can do it. So on the altar of success, there must be some sacrifices. You have to make some sacrifices. Like I said, I'm not the one to tell you what the heck you're supposed to sacrifice, but you know. So I want you to sit down, do the analysis. Ask yourself, okay, what is my peak time? When do I study well? Find that peak time. Okay. Number 2, ask yourself, how can I focus more on what I'm studying? How can I concentrate more on what I'm studying? So peak time, focus time. Then eliminate all distraction. Okay. You eliminate distractions. That's what you need. Definitely, you gotta discipline yourself. If there is anything that I want you to know, these are the 4 things you need. Know your peak time. If you are tired, please don't pick a book. Bath. Go enter the shower. Pour fresh water on yourself. Open the tap, let the water sink on your body or sink in your body, if I can say that literally, but water will not sink in your body. But let the water, get drowned in the water and go to sleep. When you wake up, you're going to be more fresh for the day for you to study. Find your peak time. Ask yourself, how can I focus? Eliminate distractions. That's where the sacrifices are going to be coming in. And you have to discipline yourself. You have to discipline yourself. If you want to pass the March 2024 examination, this is what you have to do. Because everything you need to pass this exam is already at your disposal. If you can identify your peak time, if you can focus, if you can eliminate distraction, and you will discipline yourself, you will be able to pass the examination. And the best part is we are here to help you. So you have to make this decision by yourself. Because you can attend whatever class you want to attend. You can be taught by whoever that has to teach you. If you don't sit down to do some studies by yourself in your peak time, if you don't find out how to focus and increase your memory and your remembrance level, if you don't eliminate distraction and you don't discipline yourself, you write the exam and write and write and write and write, and you will give up. And I say this always. I have been in the game over a decade, and I've seen a lot of people give up. I've seen people write the exam, then, they write, they fail 1, 2, 3, they stop. They go and do their MBA. Then they come because they're in level 2 sometimes, and then so that they can get some exemptions, but they forget that the MBA doesn't cross to the level 3. Then they are doing, then they give up, then they stop. Many people have left. It's not because you are dumb. It's not because you're stupid. It's not because, your brain is not functioning well. It's because you are not studying at your peak time. It's because you are not focusing when you are studying. It's because you are not ready to make some sacrifices by eliminating some distractions, and you are not willing to discipline yourself. If you can do this and really immerse yourself in the culture, in the environment, and what we are going to be doing in the next 12 weeks, I can guarantee you should be able to pass the examination. But that is on you. I cannot do that for you. All we can do here is to provide you with everything that you need. Yes, you're going to be having the best live lectures. Production, great. Sound, great. Video quality, great. You're going to have the best production, best live lectures. We're going to solve questions with you. You're going to have access to the questions. You're going to have access to the live question portal available. You're going to have access to everything. But that is not enough if you don't sit down and do something on your own. If you don't make some sacrifices, if you don't remove some, distractions, and you don't discipline yourself. So, it's your call. You decide. Do you really want to become a chartered accountant, or you want to stop and go and do something else? It's in your court. But the most important question is, when do you want to become a chartered accountant? When? In the current syllabus, we have March and July. Then the syllabus is going to change. The new syllabus is going to come. New syllabus means, and I've done videos on this on our YouTube channel. If you have not watched it, you can go to our YouTube channel and be able to watch those videos. So you have March and July under the current syllabus. It depends on where you are. But if you really focus on these 4 things that I've said here, a lot of you can become a chartered accountant by August. Or by end of July, because at the end of July, the July results will be released. You can become chartered accountant before the new syllabus. It's possible, but it's not talking. It's not just about praying. It's not just about fasting. It's not just about believing. It's not just about having faith. It's about working. It's about working, because sometimes you think that, by the grace of God, everything will be fine. Yeah, the grace of God is there. But you got to work hard. But you don't just work hard because you want to work hard. You have to work hard in the right environment, with the right strategy, in the right spirit. So, that's what I want you to understand. Prepare a study plan. If you need any assistance, like I said, drop a message on WhatsApp. A call will be arranged with you. Boom. You will be able to have assistance and help you to really structure this thing out and, work at it. Some of you cannot study solo. Okay? When you learn alone, it's not good. So probably you can get a steady partner. Maybe it will work for you. Find a steady partner. Okay? You can get a steady partner. Somebody that you are studying with. Be careful, because if you are choosing a steady partner, it's not any, lousy, unthinking, lazy, unfocused person. It should be somebody who will drive you, somebody who will motivate you, somebody who will take you, somebody who will hold you accountable. So for some of you, studying alone is not good. You cannot study alone, but if you're studying with somebody and you're having the discussion, that is where it takes a lot. That's how you learn. There are some people, they learn solo. That's their nature. There are some people, the thing sticks when you discuss it with other people. If that is how your body is, if that is how your brain is, get a steady partner. Somebody is saying, Nhyira, how do I get a steady partner? Check the platform. Okay, check the platform and find out. Or maybe as the class goes on, you are monitoring. Okay, because we are now starting, so you don't really know who the heck whichever person is. But as the class goes on, maybe at week 3, week 4, I mean, you'll be able to personally get to know some people, their reaction, their behavior, their thoughts process, the way they share things in class and all that. Then you can have a steady partner, form a team, maybe 3 of you or 2 people. Then you are studying and hold yourself accountable. Sometimes that is what you need to be able to pass the examination. I am telling you this because you have to know who you are and find out what you can do to help you. But like I said, if you are choosing a study partner, be careful who you are choosing. And be careful that you don't also, use it as an opportunity to do other foolish things. All right? Because sometimes people use relationship for other purposes other than what it was intended to do. All right, so you got to be careful. Make sure that you are choosing or you're studying with somebody who is going to be holding you accountable, who is disciplined, who is focused, and who is whose brain is on the ground, like they need that form, that kind of thing, and can hold you accountable very well in that particular case, and find out what works best for you. All right, so that is the studying issue that you have to deal with. It's your call. You have to decide how you want to go with this. If there are any questions, you raise your hand, I'll bring you up, or you put it in the chat for me as well. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube as well as on Facebook, you can put it in the comment section for me or the chat box for me. I'm going to be taking all your questions. Finally, is the way our studies is going to be. Yes, we're going to be having the live lectures as per the timetable has shown. But regularly, we're going to be having assignments, okay? So we're going to be giving you assignments. And I believe you've read the terms and conditions on our page. You have to make sure you really involve yourself in doing the assignments. This is part of the sacrifice I talked about, because sometimes people tell me that, oh, Nhyira, I don't get time to do the assignment, my business. Please, if you start giving yourself those useless excuses, you're going to take forever to pass the examination. So assignments are going to be given. You want to make sure that you participate and do the assignment, because if you don't do the assignments, the discussion of those assignments, you will not be allowed to join the live lecture for those assignments discussion. Because when we are discussing assignments, scripts are going to be brought up and the discussion will be done. And if you didn't do the assignment, I can't bring someone's script on the screen like this, and you are seeing someone's flaws, then you are laughing in your room or laughing in your car at the expense of somebody when you didn't do it. So because of that, I entreat you. Assignments are going to be given across all the subjects in the other lectures and everything. Make sure you do the assignments. All these are part of what makes people to pass the examination. Third is going to be PET, Performance Evaluation Test. At certain regular intervals, we're going to be doing performance evaluation tests. Probably we're going to be doing 2 or 3, depending on whatever it is. So performance evaluation test will be done. During the performance evaluation test, this is a live question session. So it's a live class assessment session. So you need to have your cameras on during those sessions. So I'm telling you this on time so that you prepare for that as well. So your camera has to be on for evaluation purposes. Then we're going to be having maybe 45 minutes or 1 hour to solve those questions. Again, the reason why the PET is going to be done is again to hold you accountable, to help you to remember things as fast as possible, and to also help you to work on your timing as you go to the exam hall. So performance evaluation tests are going to be done. Make sure that you sacrifice, make sure that you get yourself involved in it. Then we're going to be having our mock examination coming on, which is going to be during our executive revision masterclass, which is starting on the 19th of February 2024. 19th of February 2024. So that is also going to be coming up, and we'll discuss the mock sessions, and in addition to that, you will have the practice questions that I told you about also earlier from in February. The practice question sessions in February, from the 3rd of February to 25th of February. On Saturdays and Sundays, we're going to be solving questions in respect of these key topics in some related subjects that we are going to be focusing on. So the live lectures are going to be there. Like I said, we try as much as possible. 30 minutes after the live sessions, the videos are available on the portal that you can get access to. So you watch the playback, so that in case you even miss the live lecture, you can go back and watch the video on the portal. Assignments will be done, will be given. Make sure that you involve yourself and do the assignments. Performance evaluation test, make sure you take part. Mock will be done. Make sure you take part in the mock. Then during our practice question sessions also, make sure you make time to really do this. This is how the next 12 weeks is going to be structured for our live lectures, and what you're going to be expected to do to be able to increase your chances of passing the examination. As you can see, there's a lot at stake here. No joke. I mean, there is a lot really at stake here. There's a lot at stake here. So find out the things that I mentioned here about your studies. It's very important to my heart. And find out what works best for you. It's really important to me. Find out. Maybe you cannot find out, or you need some guidelines, you need some assistance. Like I said, you can send a message on WhatsApp. A call will be arranged for you. Boom, then you'll be able to connect. Now, for those of you who are on Skype, if you're on Skype, you can connect with me on Skype, because you can really get me a lot directly on Skype. So you can connect with me on Skype. You can, scan this QR code, and boom, if you're on Skype, you'll be able to connect with me on Skype. And then if there is anything, you can just ping me directly on Skype, and then I'll be able to look at that, and then, have you on a call if we have to have a call instantly, and be able to help you on whatever it is that you want. So if you're on Skype and you want to connect with me on Skype, you can scan this QR code, and you'll be able to connect with me on Skype with a QR code. Or you can just search Premium Educator on Skype, and you will find me. That's my, whatever the heck it's called, username, Premium Educator on Skype. So you can search for that, or scan the QR code, and you'll be able to connect with me on Skype, and then be able to help you in that case. So this is how our lecture is going to be. And like I said, there is a lot here. There is a lot, because the ICAG exam is not a joke. It's not a joke. But like I said, over the last decade, the people who pass the examination with ease are people who really make some sacrifices in their life, are people who really discipline themselves, are people who really go the extra mile. You can't be ordinary and pass the ICAG exam. And so for all of you who are saying that, I'm gonna wait intervention class or revision class 2 weeks to the exam, then you go and take some miserable leave from your workplace, please, you are buying yourself emotional pressure, emotional trauma that will kill you. So if you want to make this easy on yourself, break it down into 12 weeks and then do it bit by bit. May say, I can guarantee you, if you go by that and you really, really, really do this well, you can pass this examination. And like I said, it's not about, yeah, Nhyira, I am studying. No. Are you studying at your peak time? Is your brain working well? Is your environment right? You have to check all of those things when you are studying. That is how you can pass this examination. So, any questions for me? I see some, comments coming in. Let's see if I can address some of them real quick. So, if you have any questions for me, those of you watching on Zoom, you can raise your hand. I'll bring you up. For those of you who are with me on Zoom. If you're watching on Facebook as well as on YouTube also, you can leave your questions in the comment section or the chat box for me. I'm going to try to see if I can get some questions coming in that case. So some questions on Zoom. Let's bring some questions up on Zoom. Frank said, I have heard a lot of students complaining about CR. They always say CR and SC is not on the ground. And that for more. This is what I want to tell you. Don't listen. Okay? Frank, and to everybody. Don't listen to anybody. Listen carefully. I know that is not something you want to hear, but don't listen to anybody. Because you see, the people who say something is difficult are people who are not willing to work it out. Because the CR and the strategic case study that people are saying is difficult, people pass it at one attempt. And also, do those people have two heads? Are they having 17 brains? Are they having 17 eyes? Are they more blessed than you? Are they more righteous than you? No. So anybody that tells me a subject is difficult or something is difficult, it is your laziness and your foolishness that is causing you to make it difficult or challenging. So my recommendation to you and everybody is this: don't listen. Now, I don't care who the heck is talking to you. I don't care who the heck is giving you that direction. But I said, don't listen. What I have told you is this: if you study at your peak time, focus, make sacrifices, and discipline yourself, you can pass whichever paper it is with one attempt. So whatever people are saying, don't listen. And like I said, I don't care who the hell is speaking. Because for some of you, the people saying some subjects are difficult are maybe your boss or somebody you revered a lot or someone you respect a lot. Then you're like, hey, so if this person is saying this thing is difficult, then it's really difficult. What that thing is doing to you is that it's increasing your fear. And you see, when you are filled with fear, nothing sticks in your brain. That's why I was telling you earlier about studying and not worrying about fuel prices, not worrying about rent, not worrying about children's school fees. Because if your mind is crowded with, oh, they say this subject is difficult, or hey, case study, hey, see here, it is not difficult. Because some people passed. So why did they fail? It's because they didn't learn. It's because they didn't go the extra mile. It's because they didn't sacrifice. I know somebody who's saying, Nhyira, you don't know what I did. I don't care. You didn't pass. It means you are not there yet. It means you didn't do what you're supposed to do, or you applied the wrong strategy or the wrong principle. So please don't listen to negative things. That will only cause you to fear a lot. And the more you fear the subject, the more challenging it becomes, the more perplexed you become, and the more worried you are, the less your brain will work. This is science. Don't worry. So when they tell you it's difficult, hey, case study and that for more. When you say case study, you introduce you a tra me passe da. Hey, I obe tra passe da, because you are not studying at your peak time, because you are not focusing, because you are not sacrificing. That is why I said I don't care who is speaking. Some people attempted that paper once and passed it. Others went in the first time, they didn't pass, realized their mistake, and second time they passed it. So why are some people finding that those papers or some papers difficult, like management accounting in level 2? There are some people who wrote management accounting last semester, boom, they got it and went away. Once. Do they have two heads? Like God has anointed them strangely? No. So, Frank, and to everybody, don't listen. Like I said, I don't care who the heck is speaking. Don't listen. Because the more you listen to those negativities, they make you more fearful. And the more fearful you are, your brain doesn't work. Whatever you learn, it won't stick. Even if you pick the book, you don't know what to study. So that is why I told you earlier, reduce the things that you listen to. Reduce the things that you watch. Reduce the environments that you are in. Anybody around me that tells me something is difficult and keep on telling me, because the more I hear that something is difficult, the more fearful I become. And it cripples you. It doesn't give you the confidence to go. So please, don't listen. Don't listen. It's a professional examination and requires a professional mindset to pass the exam. ICA is not difficult. It is a professional examination. But if you are lazy and you're not willing to go the extra mile, it'll be difficult for you. So that's my take, Frank. I hope that makes sense for you. What else do I have? Give me a sec. Let's see if I can really pull up my chat a little bit bigger here. Can I make it a little bit bigger? David said, can you send the study plan templates to us? Okay, yeah, definitely to be sent. Abigail said, please, can you help me to select which subjects to write since I have registered for 4 subjects? Abigail, which subjects did you register for? I don't know. I think you're in level 2, I guess. If you want to write 2 papers, I don't know. Maybe Abigail, let's talk after the class or send me a message on WhatsApp after the class. I think Abigail, yeah, level 2. Maybe PSA and FR or whatever. PSA and MA. You can go for PSA and MA. Something like that. I don't know. Because you have 4 papers, these are the 4. You have FM, Principles of Tax, MA, and then FR. So maybe you can do and PSAF. I don't know what subjects you have in level 3. So you maybe call me after the stream, or send me a message on WhatsApp after the stream. I will arrange a call, then we can talk through that. Okay, Abigail. So we can talk through that. Nanadra said, buy us my first copybook and add cotton candy. You have brought your things, eh? I should buy you my first copybook. I can't buy you my first copybook. Go and buy your own my first copybook. Alright, so let's see if I can get some chats also coming in on YouTube. I don't know. Let's see if I can pull up some chats on YouTube as well. I think we got some chats coming in on YouTube. Gloria said, I passed PSA my sitting under your mentorship. Thanks, Nhyira. Gloria from Bolga. Okay, Gloria, thanks for that. Congratulations. Ernest Nkrumah said, good evening, Nhyira. This is Ernest Nkrumah. I will register soon. Okay, Ernest. We are starting lectures tomorrow. So, you know, you don't want to miss. Kwesi Yeboah said, Nhyira, do you agree that just write even if the syllabus change, it's not going to affect you any great deal? So we should just go ahead and write. I don't understand. No. I don't know. Let me read that again. Nhyira, do you agree that just write even if the syllabus change, it's not going to affect you any great deal? So we should go ahead. I don't understand the statement. Kwesi, I don't know if you can retype that because I can't comprehend what the heck he was saying. So please retype that for me. Samuel Answer said, "Good evening, sir." Good evening, Samuel. Nathan said, "Nhyira, what about men?" I talked about men. I was talking about the menstruation thing and the cycle of women. I told you men, we don't menstruate. You know that already. Eric Friva said, "Good evening, Nhyira. Any discount this time around?" Unfortunately, we don't have any discounts flying this time. Now I don't know if the team will have any discounts coming up, but for currently no. As at today, there is no discount flying, unfortunately. Sebastian Odro said, "Charlie, I got a charter this year." Oh, Sebastian, wait, this year is already over, so you can't charter this year. If anything, 2024. Okay, Sebastian, if anything, 2024. So do what, and then do it. Supraru Adam said, "I need the study plan, please." We're gonna share a link about the study plan for those of you who have not enrolled in who are not studying under my mentorship. I will share a link about the study plan. It's a public file by ACCA, so it's a public document on our community page after the stream. So check our community page after the stream. We're going to post it there so you can click on it and be able to download it. Okay, so check our community tab after the stream, or whatever, maybe tomorrow or just after the stream. I think we will post it there. It's a public document so that you can download it. What else do I have? I'm trying to see the questions that I'm getting. Supraru said, "How do I improve my understanding capacity?" Oh, like I said earlier, you see, to increase your chances of understanding and remembering what you are studying well, number one, you have to study at your peak time. That was what I said earlier. Your peak time is the time where you are emotionally, mentally, and psychologically stable. Okay, there's nothing on your mind. You're not worried about your girlfriend, or your wife, your children, your bills. Like you're at peace. And that's why I said it's difficult these days to really have that organically. So you have to, make up your mind. Then, aside learning at your peak time, number two is your environment. Listen, if you are studying in a noisy environment, nothing will stick. Like EMFA. Okay, the TV is on, somebody is running in the background, somebody is jumping somewhere. Like EMFA, because your brain is scattered all around. You have to focus. So, number one, study at your peak time where you are productive. But number two, be mindful about your environment. Number three, when you are studying, take notes. Make notes. So whatever it is that you are studying, make notes. Have your notes pad with you, have your book with you, and be preparing your own notes. When you read something, the way you understand it, write it down. For instance, if it is a reading subject, then it means that for the most part, what you are going to be doing is to try to rewrite. Okay, so maybe you read a page. All right, close the book, grab your notes, and then try to rewrite the things that you have written. Okay, or you read, then you get up, walk around like 5 minutes. I didn't say get up and go on social media, grab your phone and go on TikTok and go and see Ekuya Yakoto has removed something and they are showing it in the public. That's not what I'm saying. Your break time during studying is not for you to go on social media and go and do anything. So you just read a page. Take a break, 5 minutes, walk around, grab some snack, take water, or visit the washroom, wee-weeing, or whatever the heck it is, poo-pooing, whatever the heck. Then you come back. Then you try to rewrite the page you have read and find out how much of that are you able to rewrite. And you have to, when you start in the beginning, nothing will stick because your brain has not been really challenged like that. But as you do it, then when you finish learning the thing, when you get up in the morning, after doing your quiet time or praying, remember always to grab a notepad and try to rewrite the things that you study in the previous session. Then also another thing you can do is to record your own voice the things that you are studying. So maybe again, you are learning accounting, maybe IAS 16, property, plant, and equipment, initial measurement, subsequent measurement, the principles. As you are learning it, read it aloud and record it on your phone. And when you are on your way to work, you are in the gym, you are bathing, you are doing something, it's playing. So you have your AirPods on or you have your headset on, it's playing. You see, the more you visit something, the more your eye sees something, the more something repeats in your brain, it tells your brain that this information is very important. So let's keep it at somewhere that it can be recollected. You see, nobody learns and forgets. That is the reality. But because you study in a more crowded circumstance, it makes the things jump over your head. Do you realize that sometimes in the exam hall or you are answering a question, at that time you can't remember the thing? You will force and force and force. Some of you, it happened to you in the just ended examination. You forced and forced and forced, you couldn't remember. But there is a day, maybe you are just washing. Okay, you are just washing. Or maybe you are just lying down. Or maybe you're in the bathhouse and then you are bathing or you are pooping. Then all of a sudden, the thing that you couldn't remember in the exam hall was just coming. Then you're like, why? Why now? Yes, because that time your brain has relaxed. That time you are not under pressure. That time your nerves are calm and your brain is just bringing out the things that you have studied. So nothing you study is ever forgotten. But it's because you are not doing the thing right. You are not applying the right strategy. Although the things are in your brain, are there, you cannot recollect them at the time that they are needed. So you need some strategies. So 1, study in your peak time. 2, study in a conducive environment. Okay, very important. 3, take notes when you are studying. 4, you can record your voice. All the smartphones you have are great devices that can help you. Record your own voice. When you hear your own voice over and over again, it enforces what you are studying. It enforces your brain to make your brain retain a lot of the information repeatedly. Record it and listen to it over and over again. Then spend time to solve specific questions under specific topics that you are studying. This is how you improve your memory, your understanding capacity, and this is how you become successful. That's the thing. So that is what I would say in respect of how you can improve your memory, improve your understanding. And again, you see, all of these things that I'm talking about are things that you have to put work in. They are things you have to put work in. But my question to you here is this: when do you want to become a chartered accountant? As early as possible. So what must you do? Do these things. Do some sacrifices. Work on your environment. Study at your peak time. Take notes when you are learning. Some of you pick a book and you are learning. It's like you are reading graphic. You pick the book. Then you cross your leg. Then you are reading. You sit down 30 minutes. Yeah, I have studied. No, you didn't study. What were you doing? You were having fun. You didn't study. Because you see, when you are not engaging what you are studying, it's very important. Okay? And so that is why I will entreat everybody. Before you join the live lectures, anytime you want to study, make sure you are in class. Some of you probably, as the stream is going on, you are eating. You are cooking. Or there is a TV around you. People are running in the background. Or, something is going on in your background. Maybe you are at a party. then you are listening. See, don't lie to yourself. Don't be delusional about these things. If you really want to understand this thing, you have to be conscious about it. Some people join class, then they are doing other things in the background. How do you expect to understand it? You will not. So be conscious about it. Make sure you discipline yourself. Block the time. If from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. you have a class, nothing else you come in. You are having a class, everywhere is quiet, you are in a focused environment. If you can't have a focused environment, then don't join the class, because you won't be productive. Don't say you are studying. You are just lying to yourself. So it's a work thing, but that's what you have to do. And this is scientific. That's how your brain works. All right? So, Suparu Adams. That's what I would say there. And I think that also goes to everybody because it's a relevant, concern. Joe Mensa says, thanks, Nhyira Premium. Always a pleasure. Jamila said, please, I have one paper in level FRA and I want to register for level 3. How do I plan for March? Okay, so you have FR and you want to register for the level 3. How do you plan? I don't know your schedule, so I can't really say anything much. But a couple of things you have to note. Number one, for the level 3, you have to register for all the 4 papers. Now, that doesn't mean you have to write all the 4 papers. So it depends on your schedule. If you are somebody who is a full-time student, or you can get time to really study all the 5 papers, then prepare for all the 5 papers and write. But if you are somebody who is busy, you have a family, or you are busy at work and you have less time available, then I'll recommend that add corporate reporting to the advanced audit, to add corporate reporting and advanced audit to the financial reporting and study these 3, probably. Because corporate reporting and financial reporting are just brothers with just a little addition. Okay, with just a little addition. So you can then do these 3, and if you focus, work hard, you can go in there and pass the examination. So I don't know what your schedules are, so I can't really specifically say anything. But all I will say is, like I said, look at your timing. Note that you have to register for all the 4 papers in level 3, but that doesn't mean you have to write all. Because if you think that, if I have to register for all, then let me write all. No, you will waste time spreading your wings on all of the subjects, and if care is not taken, you may end up failing all of them. So you have to be careful about your timing and all that. So Jamila, that is what I would say. I mean, look at your schedules, analyze, sit down and assess yourself whether you really have a lot of time at your disposal to be able to do all the 5 papers. If you don't have time at your disposal, my recommendation would then be, okay, corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance, add it to the financial reporting and make time, discipline yourself. All the things that I've discussed with you, put them in practice, and boom, you should be able to go in there and pass these examination in March 2024, so that in July 2024, you can then write advanced taxation and strategic case study if you're able to pass these 3 papers in March 2024. So that will be my recommendation in that case. All right, Jamila. Let me know if maybe you can give me some details. I can maybe provide you with some specific issues. Rachel said, hey, not Rachel, this is Raphael, sorry. Good evening, please. Do you teach cost accounting, and how much, please? What is cost accounting? Are you talking about ICA, or what kind of cost accounting are you talking about here? I don't know. Please give me some specification, Raphael. What kind of cost accounting are you talking about here? Raphael. Abdul Satellite. How do I register for ICAG? You visit what? www.sms.icag.org. www.sms.icag.org, or you can send a message on WhatsApp. You can see our WhatsApp number scrolling below your screen. You can send us a message on WhatsApp. You'll be giving the details on how to register. Reginald said, please, how do I get plan sheet? Okay, I said we'll put it in a community tab on YouTube so you can download it. So that will be uploaded there. Sebastian Odro said, Nhyira, I'm so locked in, I forget the year is over. Oh, okay. I know, right? Joe Nana said, you are right, Nhyira. We need to sacrifice. I failed my FR because of poor timing. Okay. It's a good thing that you know that you failed because of the poor timing. Now you'll be able to go in there and work on it very well in that case. Few more than we go. How do I improve my speed level during the ICA exam? I'm a very slow person. You see, this is another disease. Now, when I say disease, I'm putting it in quotes, okay? Not disrespecting or trying to insult people. So please, I'm using that in a friendly manner, not as an insult. That's another disease that a lot of people have. Over the last decade, I've met a lot of people who are like, oh, Nhyira, I'm a slow writer, I'm a slow reader. Listen. The world doesn't care about you. Okay? Nobody cares about you. That you are slow. Nobody cares. It is a story you've told yourself over the years, and you have to change that story. How do you change that story? You change that story by challenging yourself to become a faster person. It's an attitude. It's a mindset. You have to change it. It's a story you've told yourself, maybe for the past 10 years, for the past 15 years, for the past 20 years. That is a story you've told yourself. But in this world we are in now, if you want to become successful, be part of the 1%, be top in your field, be respected in your career, be awarded and be globally recognized, you cannot be a slow person. You have to become somebody who learns faster. You have to become somebody who can articulate things as fast as possible and be perfect with articulation. You have to be somebody who will be able to read and remember things as fast as possible. So you have to change that view, that mindset of yourself, and start challenging yourself. So that is why I said, when you are studying, understand the principles. When you are solving questions, solve the questions under time. So when you are solving questions under time during your practice, what you are doing is you are forcing yourself. That is why I'm saying that when you read, rewrite what you have read, and on the next day, try to challenge yourself and recollect as much of the things that you read as possible, and write that quickly. Make sure you put down that quickly. It's something you have to develop. Nobody can help you. You have to change the mindset and develop yourself, because we don't care about, nobody cares about you. ICA will not give you more time because you're a slow person. No. If people go to the Olympics, you're not given extra time because you're a slow runner. No. If you are slow, you'll be left behind. If you are slow, you will not become successful. If you are slow, you can't achieve anything in life. So it's a story you've told yourself. You have to change that story and force yourself to recollect things as fast as possible. I had that because I was somebody who hated reading. I didn't like reading. I didn't enjoy reading. There were a lot of things that I didn't like. But when I realized that this is my life path, I'm going to be lecturing on a high level, and I want to be a globally recognized tutor or educator, I needed to change that attitude. So I need to force myself. And now, by the grace of God, I can pick material, I can pick a book and sacrifice, dedicate myself and go through it in the shortest possible time and teach that perfectly as though I've been teaching it for decades. You have to challenge yourself because this world will not wait for you. So, Supraru, that's what I would say. And to everybody who is in the slow disease environment, like I said, I'm using that in a friendly manner, okay? Not an insult to anybody. Change your mindset and force yourself to be faster. Challenge yourself to be faster. Nobody will come for you. You have to save yourself. You have to save yourself. We can't pray for you to be faster. We can't pour anointing oil for you. Fasting will not change it. Praying in tongues will not change it. There is only one thing that will change it. Your mindset. Your personality. Start telling yourself a story that I am a fast person. I'm a quick learner. I can study faster. Make that affirmation every day, every minute, every second. Because your brain must be tricked. Whatever you tell your brain over a long period of time is who you become. So tell yourself, I am a positive person. I'm a quick learner. I can study this thing over and over again. This thing is not difficult. I can do this. I can study this. And then put the work inside. It's not that you are just saying things, but without working. You have to put the work inside. So that is my recommendation about how you can improve your speed. It's a story you've told yourself, and you have to change that story. And then put in the work to remember that. Then I will also say that you can watch some memory and brain video from my brain mentor, Jim Quick, on YouTube. You can search for Jim Quick on YouTube. He's my brain mentor. He has a great book called Limitless. Maybe it's a book that if you want to be really a productive person, you want to learn faster, you want your brain to work, you want to, memorize and remember the things you are learning faster, it's a book that you can get. You can get the audio version of the book on Audible or buy the hard copy, Jim Quick, Limitless. It's a great book that I'll suggest to you. He's my brain mentor. I've attended a lot of his workshop, read his books, and it's really helped me a lot in terms of the way I remember things, in terms of the way I study as quick as possible, in terms of the way I go through materials and always be, top notch in my game. And, people are always perplexed about, people are always, dazzled about the level of delivery that I have and the way I deliver my things. It's because, the grace of God is there, the anointing is there, we pray and all that, but you got to put in the work as well and challenge yourself to be faster. Okay? So that's what I would say there. I hope that helps you. What else do I have? Emanuela said, "Say any discount." Like I said, currently the team has not set up any discount issue yet. So if you have any enrollment to do, please do the enrollment and don't wait for discounts, because the team hasn't come up with anything yet. If there is going to be any discounts. What is the most highly examinable areas for PSA to focus on the match? There is nothing like most highly examinable area for PSA. You can watch my video on the on how to pass public sector. Public sector, each of the question 1, there are topics that will be examined in question 1. Learn the topics. Question 2, there are topics that will be examined there. Question 3, there are topics that will be examined there. Question 4, there are topics that will be examined there. Question 5, there are topics that will be examined there. That is the structure of the exam for public sector. So what you need to understand is question 1, what are the topics that the examiner will examine there? Learn the topics. Learn the topics. And I've covered this over and over again on the YouTube channel. You can check. For those of you who have enrolled in our course and studying under my mentorship, we're going to be going through that for public sector tomorrow, and you're going to see the various things that you have to focus on to increase your chances of passing the examination. Jamila said, "Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure." Musa said, "Please, that ICA still grants scholarship to first class students and for how long does it last? Yes, the scholarships are still available. For how long it lasts, I don't have information about that. You can contact the ICA to, get that. But yes, the scholarship offer is still available. Jocelyn said, please, I have PSA in level 2 and I want to combine with level 2 with level. How do I make to be able to go through? I don't know. Probably you're saying you have some papers in level 3. I don't know what you're saying, Jocelyn, though. But if I get a context, like you have PSA in level 2 and you have a paper in level 3, in that case, and you have the level 3 papers. Like I said to Jamila earlier, it depends on your schedules. Okay, and so if you have the time and you can really allocate time to all the subjects, then by all means do all the 4 papers. Sorry, all the 5. It's going to be 5 papers. I don't know who can pull that up though, but it's difficult. It's difficult. So if you have a lot of workload on your plate, probably I would say do corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance in the level 3, and add it to the PSA in the level 2. Okay, now this is going to require a lot of work. We've gone through a lot of things that I have, that. Okay, I think she has a follow-up message for me. She said, I did that and I just failed everything. Yes, you're not supposed to do that, because level 3 you have to register for all the papers. And many people, almost everybody that comes to me, they are like, Nhyira, how can I register for all the papers, give the money free to ICA and not write it? That is the policy, but you have to sacrifice. Let that money go and pass the exam. So if you did that and you failed, it means you are not supposed to do that again. So my recommendation to you will be this, that because you are busy, you have a lot on your plate, what I would recommend is corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance, and then PSA. Corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance, and PSA. Don't look at the tax. Don't look at the case study in March 2023. Forget about it. Yes, you're going to register for the exam and pay for those papers, but fache ICA. Why? Fache omo. Because it's a policy. All right? Let it go. Then go through the things that we have said. Make sure you're attending lectures, and make sure you make time to study and focus on the PSA, advanced audit and assurance, and corporate reporting. If you can get time to do these 3, fine. Then do them. Don't look at the other 2. Yes, you pay for it, but don't look at it. Like I said, almost everybody that comes to me, I tell them, hey, don't do it. People are just, sometimes they don't get it. But, you failed. It's not a good thing, but I think it's good you failed so that now you won't do that again. It's painful, but, sometimes you failed or you make a mistake. It hurts, but you learn the lesson from it so you don't repeat it. All right? So do the PSA, CR, and advanced audit. Focus on it, attend lectures, and make sure you go through the program very well and make time to study on your own. Ignore tax, ignore case study, okay? And focus on these 3. Don't worry, that money, over 1,200 or 1,300, just give it to ICA and pass those 3 papers in March, okay? So that in July, you can now look at the tax and the case study. All right, Jocelyn. So that is what I would say, and that is what I will recommend in that particular case. All right? I hope that is helpful for you. What else do we have? Benjamin Tavia said, now in my final part, please, what subject combination do you suggest for if I want to write to corporate reporting, financial report, corporate reporting and advanced audit and assurance? Perfect combination, because they are highly related. Okay, there is ethics that cuts across in the 2 subjects. Number 2, there is about 30% of the questions in advanced audit that you will need some accounting standard understanding which you will learn in corporate reporting. So I would recommend take corporate reporting, advanced audit and assurance together. If you are writing two, then in the subsequent sitting, you can take advanced taxation and then strategic case study. They have nothing in common. So, I mean, they are just independent on their own. But audits, advanced audits, and corporate reporting, they have a lot in common, and you can really, really work on them and be able to pass the examination easily. So that is what I would say there, Benjamin. Jamila said, my worry is FR and CR is on the same day. Yeah. And that is also another thing you have to consider. For those of you who have a paper in level 2 and another paper in level 3, and you're looking at the combination and which subjects to write. It's a tough challenge. I mean, if you are writing FR 9 to 12, then 2 p.m. you are writing corporate reporting, that's a tough pill to swallow. So check it up. If it's difficult for you to do, then what I would recommend is that you do the FR and then you can do audits and tax. Okay, so you do the FR in level 2, then you can do advanced audit and assurance and taxation. Now, in the FR, because you will learn the accounting standards, they will help you in the accounting standards bits that you will need in advanced audit and assurance. Although not all the standards, a little bit adequate for you to pass the examination. So if you can't handle that corporate reporting, financial reporting one day, Charlie, that stress, you need to be mentally tough to really be able to do that. So if you can't handle that, then you can do the FR, advanced audit, and advanced taxation. FR, advanced audit, and advanced taxation. Okay, as a way to be able to prepare, so that because each of these papers are on different days, you can go through in that particular case. So sometimes some of these things are there, so you have to give it a thought well before finally making a decision as to which subject you want to really write. So Jamila, that is my recommendation on that. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Musa said, Nhyira, please, is it advisable to register MA, FM, and FR in level 3? Hey, these are level 2 papers, so Musa, these are level 2 papers, so is it advisable to? I don't know the context of your question, Musa. If these are the papers you have in level 3 remaining, level 2 remaining that you are supposed to write, and you have the time, you have the resources, you can sacrifice, dedicate yourself, and really study all the 3, why not? Go for it. Okay, but like I say always, and this is something that, you know, sometimes people are amazed. People come to me and they are like, yo, I'm registering for 4 papers. Then I'm like, hey, take it easy. Do you have the time available to study this? Because, you know, the more papers you register, the more money I make. All right, that's the reality. The more papers you register, the more money we make, because we are a tuition provider, and the more money ICAG also makes. But you see, my game is not about the money that I make. My game is about you to pass the examination. So I could say, yeah, Musa, go ahead. 3 papers, yeah, come and register, you will pass. No, we have to be realistic. Do you have the time available? Because it's not just the money. You can pay me that for tuition, but if you go and fail the exam, I'm not satisfied. Okay? I don't get a benefit. Because that's not what gives me peace of mind. Are you getting the idea? That's not what gives me peace of mind. So I would say sit down and analyze your schedules. In the next 3 months, December, January, February, do you have the time? Can you discipline yourself? Can you focus? Can you work hard? Will you be able to sacrifice? If you can dedicate, sacrifice, work on yourself, and make time to study all the 3 and go in there well prepared, not inshallah preparation. Oh, by the grace of God. No. I know the grace of God is there, but you have to work. So if you can and you think you have the time, you have the capacity, please go in, do it. But if you think you wouldn't have a lot of time, then maybe just do 2 papers. Maybe do 2 papers. It will be a lesser workload, lesser money required, lesser resources, and then you can prepare and pass the exam. Because like I said, the goal is for you to pass the exam. That's my goal. That's why I tell people, don't overload yourself with papers. Yes, you pay the tuition, but it's not about the tuition that I collect. It's about you passing the examination. That's my interest. That's what gives me joy. When results are released and people call me and we are talking and they are, rejoicing, they've become chartered accountants or they have passed their papers, that is what I want to see. So analyze yourself, look at yourself very well, and make the decision. If you can do all 3, why not? Go for it. But if you cannot, be realistic and be honest with yourself and maybe just do 2 and you'll be okay. All right, Musa. And I mean, this goes to everyone as well. Okay, let's be realistic. Okay, let's be realistic. I mean, if you give me more money, I mean, I would chill more, but I don't like the money like that. What gives me peace of mind is not really, the more money I make, but the happiness that I make people so that they can achieve their goals. All right, so that's it about that. Musa, let me know if that it's helpful for you. Okay, any other questions for me? Kiri said, what papers will you recommend for someone now entering level 2? Okay, now entering level 2. Do you have an exemption, Kiri? Kiri, let me know. Do you have any exemptions in level 2, or you are supposed to write all the papers in level 2? Kiri, if you're still on, maybe you can put that in the chat for me. Let me know the papers you have. You said now entering. I don't know if you are coming with a degree, you are coming with an MBA or MSc or whatever the heck. So do you have all the papers in level 2 or whatever? Let me know, then I can give you a better recommendation. Kweku said, how much is your tuition, please? Level 2 papers, 550 per paper. Level 3 is 600 Ghana cedis per paper. You can send a message on WhatsApp 050-114-9296, 050-114-9296. You can check the description of the video as well for it, and you'll be able to send us a message on WhatsApp. Timetable and details will be sent to you. Kweku. Well, Hermina said, please, for those of us who were exempted from audit and assurance in level 2, how do we go about advanced audit and assurance? There is no problem. No problemo. It won't change anything technically, because I mean, yes, if you did audit and assurance, it's okay, it gives you some foundation, but in my opinion, there is no problem. Advanced auditing is advanced audit, and it depends on where you are taking lectures as well, because if it's in my class, I'm the one teaching advanced audit and assurance, I mean, we go through the syllabus like you have never done anything in auditing. So whether you have any knowledge in auditing or you don't have any knowledge in auditing, you will understand advanced audit and assurance. So, well, Amina, I would say don't get bothered about that. It's not going to change anything. Then also it goes again to people who are even in the audit field. There are people who work for audit firm and others, and for such people, sometimes I've come across a lot of people like that, and they are really confident about audit and assurance, advanced audit and assurance, because they feel that, oh, I'm already doing auditing, so this is going to be an easy paper. So sometimes they sort of slag a little bit for the advanced audit because they feel they're already in the field and they are doing the work, they are in an audit firm and all that, and sometimes it doesn't go well in that particular case. So I don't think you really need to be an auditor, be in an audit firm, or have studied at audit and assurance in level 2 to be able to pass advanced audit and assurance. If you are ready, prepared to go the extra mile and understand the syllabus well, you will pass. Okay, well, Hermina, no problemo on that one. Musa said, thanks, Nhyira. Okay. Okay, so Kiri is on. She said, I don't know if it is he or she. Oh, don't worry. It's okay. Keep that. I'm writing all papers in level 2. Okay. Jeez. So what should I recommend? Oh, you can start with, I want progression to level 3 seamlessly. You can start with public sector and management accounting. If you want to write 2 papers in March, public sector and management accounting, it's a good thing. There, you can start with that. The reason is that these 2 papers have no relationship in level 3. So public sector and management accounting, you can take this in March 2024. Public sector, management accounting. Another combination could also be audit and assurance and financial reporting. Okay, audit and assurance and financial reporting. Okay, that's also another combination that you can go for. Then the final combination will be financial management and principles of taxation. But the reason why I would want you to take public sector and management accounting first is because, I mean, they are sort of 2 papers that are on their own and they don't have direct build up in level 3. The audit and assurance in level 2, there's advanced audit and assurance in level 3. So when you do it closer to the level 3, it will help you. Then the FR, there is CR in level 3. So when you do it closer, it will help you. Then the principles of taxation, there is advanced taxation in level 3. So when you do it closer, it will help you. So first recommendation will be PSA and management accounting, public sector and management accounting. Then in July, you may go for any other 2 in that case. So Kiri, that's my recommendation. Kweku said, okay, bro, all right. Benjamin said, can you recommend any book for CR? I have a book on CR. I mean, it's the best book, as I know. Not because I'm the one who authored the book. So, I mean, if you are a follower of my work, I mean, you know, simplicity and excellence, it's my job. So I have a book on CR. If you're interested, you can get a copy of it. It's in volume 1 and volume 2. The volume 1 is looking at all the accounting standards. The volume 2, holy cow. Okay, I think my face is still visible a little bit, but give me a second. Let me put on my light. Okay, so let's go. So, you can get a corporate reporting book. It's 200 Ghana cedis, I guess. So, you'll be able to get a copy of that. In addition to that, there are a lot of questions in the book, but in addition to that, I also recommend for you to get the ICAG question kit on corporate reporting. That will also help you. So, Benjamin, that is what I would say there. Jocelyn said, thank you, Nhyira. Always a pleasure. Chris Wilson said, Nhyira, is it possible to combine level 2 papers with level 3? Yes, if you have 1 paper in level 2, you can write the level 3 papers. 1 paper in level 2, then you can write the level 3 papers. So Wilson, yes, that is the circumstance there. Okay, so I think I'm through with the questions, both on Zoom as well as online. Felix said, do you have a manual on PSA? Yes, we have. These are the books we have available currently in store. I don't know if we have the flyer here. What the heck, Nhyira? You don't have the flyer here. Okay. So we have public sector, we have FR, we have financial management, we have taxation, we have strategic case study, we have advanced audit and assurance. All these books are available. that you can get access to. You can send us a message on WhatsApp and you'll be able to get notified about it so that you can get access to it. The number is below your screen. You can book Nhyira Premium. No. Book. No, please don't book Nhyira Premium now. What the heck? Give me a sec. Let me see if I can find the screen that I'm looking for. Not book Nhyira Premium at this time. Okay, so yeah. So you can call the number that is, below the screen, 05011499296, and you can get access to our books. Reginald said, any book on PSA? Yes, Reginald, we have a book on PSA. You can send us a message on WhatsApp. You can see the number on your screen, 05011499296, and get access to it. So we have a book on PSA, we have a book on FM, we have a book on tax, we have a book on strategic case study, we have a book on corporate reporting, we have a book on advanced taxation, we have a book on financial management. All these, we have copies available. So send us a message on WhatsApp, 05011499296. And then if you have any other questions also, that's the same number that you can reach us on. Okay, so I guess I have addressed all the questions here. And that's it about our orientation. I mean, it's been an interesting session. I thought it's gonna be just some 45 minutes. We are over 2 hours already, but I guess it's been a productive session. My key takeaway for you is what I shared with you. Really identify your peak time. Okay, find out how you can really focus to study. Okay, make sure that you are studying in the right environment, very important, and make sure you discipline yourself, have a steady plan, and do this thing regularly over and over again. Okay, don't wait 2 weeks to the exams, 3 weeks to the exam, and start being serious. Otherwise you will fail the exam. Okay, and don't also overload yourself with a lot of subjects if you are not a full-time student. For the full-time students, they can do that. Yeah, I know you've heard stories. Somebody wrote all papers in level 4 one sitting and passed it. Yeah, it's possible. But you have to ask yourself, do I have the time? Do I have the discipline? Do I have a supporting system? Last 2 semesters, I had a student who wrote all the level 3 papers and she got 3. And this is somebody who is married, have children, and it's working as well. Then last semester, wrote the 1 paper that is left and boom, she's gone. Right? And this is somebody with family, but she had a support system in place. The husband was assisting her. They had, house helps, and, she was in a supporting environment. So although she's married, she is working, she has children, there's a supporting environment that is enabling her to go. So if you look at somebody like that and say, oh, why ain't me to me aya? You don't have that system in place. Okay, with all due respect. I mean, or you don't have that mechanism in place. So don't overload yourself with a lot of subjects. I mean, just find out what is best for you and do it. Okay, find out what is best for you and do it. So that'll be my recommendation. And any other questions? If not, then we can call it a night. I don't know if we can. I'm seeing another message coming in. Kweku said, Nhyira, I got 45 in PSA and I wish to know where I went wrong. Oh, Charlie, 45 was close, right? 45. The sweet spot here is that, it means that the examiner looked for a mark somewhere, but they couldn't get any marks. They looked. Because 45, I mean, you're just on the journey. They will look. Your script will be looked at again, will be examined much better, better, like it will be looked at again to see if, professional marks, professional presentation, better handwriting, all of those things play a role. So where did you go wrong? Maybe you just didn't learn as much as possible, or you didn't work on your time very well, or you didn't write as much as you expected to write. Okay, it's hurtful. But what I would say is that re-strategize yourself. Okay, understand the structure of the syllabus very well. Study them and understand the topics very well. And then Work on your timing, work on your approach, work on your strategy. Maybe you answered the wrong question first. Maybe you answered the final question first, or you did some calculation questions first. Probably that was what cost you the time. So look at the strategies well, and then that is going to help you in that particular case. All right. So where did you go wrong? We can't really tell. You have to do that analysis. But my theory is maybe your timing was bad. You were not writing well. You didn't study well. Maybe your approach in the exam hall was bad. These are some of the things that can contribute to that. But sit down, do some analysis, do some reflection, and find out where you could have gone wrong, and then work on that so that in March 2024, boom, you'll be able to pass the examination. Okay. Musa said, where is your class located? Our lectures are online via Zoom, strictly online via Zoom. So we don't do in-person or face-to-face lectures. Our lectures are purely online via Zoom. So you can send a message on WhatsApp 0501149296. So that's it about that. I think I'm good. Zoom people, I think I'm also good here with you guys. I've addressed all your questions as well in the chat. Have I? Let me make sure that I address everything. Okay, so that's it about that. And I'm going to be ending here today. Tomorrow, public sector students, we're going to be starting our session, 6 p.m. Finally, you will be sent a Google form on the WhatsApp page to fill out, because meeting details will be sent strictly via your email address. Okay, we won't be putting the meeting details on your WhatsApp, on the WhatsApp platform. It will be sent via your email address. So a form is going to be dropped on the WhatsApp page. Make sure you fill out the form with the details that are available there. They are for administrative purposes, and then it will be able to then get your email address as well from that form, and then be able to send you the meeting details as and when there is a class available. So meeting details will be sent strictly on via your email address. So make sure you fill out the form. It will be dropped in the group definitely before tomorrow's class, so that you fill that out. It's just going to take like 2-3 minutes for you to fill out your name, I don't know, your email address, and some few other things in that case. So that's also something I want you to take note of, and make sure you provide us with those information. Then we can really help you to prepare for the examination. So that's it about that. Thank you for joining us on the stream today, and enjoy your week as we start on Monday, and we're gonna see what we can do. If there are any other questions that you have, something you want to say clarity on, you can send us a message on WhatsApp, or like I said, you can connect with me on Skype, and we'll be able to assist you so that you can make a decision. Make sure that whatever happens, you are attending lectures. Don't study on your own. It's not something I would recommend. Make sure you're attending lectures, and don't say you don't have money. You have money. Okay? Sacrifice. Don't put the money in the bank and allow inflation to erode it. Use the money and invest it in your education. So attend lectures, get books, buy the ICAG question kit, and make time to study. Solve a lot of questions after you have understood the principles. You have money. Use the money on your education and pass this exam as early as possible so you can make more money. That's the wealth. Yedinam ene yinam, which is transliterated as we use fish or meat for meat. Do you understand? If you want to go and, harvest fish, or you go for fishing, you don't just go and put your hook and line in the water, in the pond, or in the sea, and voila, you catch a big fish. No, you need to put a bait on it. So the book you will buy, the fees you will pay, the lectures you will attend, those are the baits that will help you to be able to catch the big fish, which is your passing of the exam. So I'll recommend, I don't care what your experience has been, make sure you attend lectures. If it is face-to-face that will work for you, get a face-to-face lecture. There are a lot of tuition providers available, but make sure you attend lectures. That will help you to really pass the examination. So that's it about that. Have a great week, and we hope that in the next 3 months, we'll be able to help you, hold your hand, provide you with the mentorship that you need, discipline you very well, because I mean, some of you, you're gonna be uncomfortable with me, but you're gonna be disciplined. But we're hoping that all that will turn out to help you to pass the March 2024 examination. All right, so have a great week, and we'll catch you in the course of the week throughout our sessions. Bye bye.